What's up, everybody? Shout out to the Otter Gang. Shout out to you guys. What is going on? Let's say hi to the chat. How we all doing? So happy you're here. Jonathan Cipher getting the first. Steve H getting the second. I claim third, but guess what? You guys are all number one in my heart. Stragan Heart. I still don't know how to say your name, but we're trying here. And shout out to the Otter Gang. Brooke Frolich. I hope I didn't butcher that so bad, but we are out here. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the live stream. Just coming at you with a quick update. Up 122% on my long. Just jumped in. We saw in the Discord that we had people just making bank. Felix with the massive 200% trade. Brooke the other day with 100%. People are just making gains here, and we'll talk about how I jumped into this quick long that could possibly play out in my benefit for the long term. But we're going to look at this right now, and I got FOMO. You know how we got FOMO. We saw the price had moved up while we were sleeping, and it came up to our beautiful 25,000 mark. And we knew that we wanted to short here, but guess what? We slept in. So we see, we missed this trade. Should I FOMO in? No, we shouldn't. Let's look for a retracement, and that's what we did. We found the retracement. We pulled the volume profile here, like we always talk about, the fixed range volume profile, and saw that the point of control was down here, and also our good old friend Fibonacci. Now, when I pull a Fibonacci for a local area, this is the 12-minute. I don't pull it from the first drop, you see, because this drop can continue to come downwards, right? So this could be a continuation. But when I get a drop and I get a higher low, this is where I'll pull it from. I'll pull the fib from this low, not this low, right? And when you pull it from this low, we can see that we have a beautiful golden pocket here as well, which is confluence with our point of control, which allowed me to jump into this trade and make some nice gains. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. We are out here. We are trading. We have gotten some volatility. And what is going on with this Bitcoin price? Can it get above 25K? That is the question we're all wondering. This huge pump that we have had all the way up into this range that we didn't even think we were going to go. I don't know about you guys, but I was one of those people calling for 12K Bitcoin. But we can see that we have given the levels here yesterday and the day before, and we have been pretty spot on lately. So I'm pretty proud of that, to be bringing you guys good information to help us become more profitable traders in the long term. So I'm going to close off some of these things and look at the longer term time frames, because it is Friday in the United States of America, and over here in Australia it is 35 degrees. Not trying to make anybody jealous, but be jealous because it's hot. So we here, and we got Mama Otter visiting from Canada. We got Mrs. Otter holding up the internet connection in the crane pose, pointing north to make sure that we have a better connection, because guess what? The Wi-Fi people still haven't come. It's like, we're giving you money. Where's our internet? We've got the coffee. It's in the morning. I slept in, but we caught the trade. So let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at the longer term time frames. Let's look. We're about to print a weekly. So let's get ready for the weekly. Let's get rid of a whole bunch of things, and let's be ready for some price action, because that's where we're at. We want some action. We've gotten movement in the charts up or down. We're making money no matter what. So let's get the setups. Let's get the look at the grand scheme of things. But first, we got to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Big, huge weekly candle, right? This is very bullish in my opinion. This looks like a big, huge engulfing of actually the two previous downward action candles. And you can see that if we zoom out a little bit, we have bounced off this respected trend line throughout. So everybody's talking about this trend line. If you haven't, put it in your charts, take a look at it, and we can see that the weekly here is coming up, and we are looking to print this very bullish candle, which in my opinion could mean that there could be more upside on the way. But we don't assume. We go with TA and we go with what the charts are telling us. News or not, news can bring us down like it has, and news can bring us up like it has. So right now we are in that long. I have taken profits and we're seeing where it will go. Do I believe that we break this 25K over the weekend? Well, we'll look into that as well. So if we go down, we look at the 2-day, it's bounced basically off the zero line. Money flow remains in the green. We go to the daily, we can see that money flow is still in the green. We have curled up from this little dip that we had, and we are now moving upwards in momentum with the money flow curving to the upside. So Friday has been a pretty good day. There's been lots of volatility, a good decent amount of volume, and we have stayed in this range. Now, is this the range that we're looking to stay in, or are we looking to shoot above? Well, we keep tapping on this 25K 200 door, but we do not have a higher high just yet. Now, yesterday we were talking about this. If we do not print a higher high on these time frames, we may get a bearish divergence, right? And a bearish divergence on these higher term time frames can mean that, hey, possibly, just possibly, we might be coming down. So there are mixed signals in what is going on in the markets. So we look here at the 6, the 5, and the 8. This is what I was talking about. We have lower lows and lower lows. But if we get that double hump here and we fail to come above, maybe we'll get a nice divergence and we can be brought down. So this is something I'm watching for right now. We're getting a bit of a Darth Maul candle here on the 5. So let's get further into the charts and let's take a look at these shorter term time frames. Okay, so it looks like this 25-200 is very strong. It's clearly strong. We haven't been above this since June. When we zoom out, we haven't been above this since June, and we've literally just started knocking on the door. I mean, over here is when we started thinking about 25-2, and we didn't even scratch it yet, right? And then we got dumped down by some news, consolidated, pumped like no tomorrow, and I missed that pump. And then we dumped, and now can we continue upwards? Well, we're going to keep knocking on the door, in my opinion. Whether or not we break through is up to the market makers. Do they want to push the price up now, or should they wait longer in order to do that for themselves? So right now, I'm looking for a bearish divergence to play out. We do have lower lows, but right now we are in an uptrend after having that quick move down. Now, shout out to the people who caught this quick move down, because that was an awesome, juicy trade. I saw people who caught that in my Discord. Felix, man, you are killing it. But also, thank you so much for Felix. I shared one too, but we shared a loss on our wrecked wall, because we also have a wrecked wall in the Discord. Because guess what? We're not always winning. We're not always winning. If this was just press buy and boom, we get gains, well, everybody would be doing it, right? We're trying to put the probabilities in our favor while preserving our capital in order to become profitable traders, correct? So you can see with the setup that I showed you at the beginning of this stream that we are here to take trades that the probabilities are in our favor. Now this, to me, if I just look at this, it looks bearish. It looks like we're failing to get above this 25-2, and we are going into weekend volume. So you can see that our volume has been quite nice for this Friday and this week, but we also know that volume like this right here is coming. This is weekend volume. This is what we were not ready for last week. Now, will we be looking for something like this in order to set us up for a trade like this? That's what we got to do. And that's what I'm going to try to do my best on these weekend live streams, is I'm going to try to come and look at this sideways trend and depict which way price is going to move, because we missed this beautiful 20% gain. Correct. So we did catch the top up here, and we did not catch the bottom here, but we have made profits along the way. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to all you guys making these trades, being brave, getting out there, getting your hands dirty, making trades. I'm so proud of every single one of you. So let's look for some new setups. So I'm going to delete a whole bunch of these things because we don't need them, because we can make our own TA on the fly, just like we always do here. What my charts say are what your charts will say, because that's the way. I like it. So let's take a gander. Let's take a look. Let's pull some fibs. Let's get some confluence. Let's say hello to my little friend, which is Mr. Market Maker, and let's extract some profits, my friends. So I'm just going to do some quick TA here on the corn and take a look in order to give us some nice setups, because guess what? We all like a nice setup, don't we? Don't we? Yeah. So we got our point of control here. We have our golden pocket down below. This is a key level. Bada boom, bada bing. I think we had it marked out on our charts from before. Look for price to come down to this area. If we are in a bearish sentiment, failure to get above here, look for us to work our way down and then possibly bounce on some crazy volatility. We'll be looking at this 22,689, 22,700 area for a bounce. What comes before that? Well, that clearly is this top of the range, right? We got this value area high. We know that this has to be broken at some point. The question is when. So we want to be looking for long trades, but we also want to protect our capital. See, like I am in this long trade right here. I did have a nice entry. I have taken profits and I've brought this above. So I can't lose on this trade, but I can also let this ride, because if we do get this ride, we're going up to 28K, ladies and gentlemen, because there is a big volume gap. So let's continue to short with good risk management at this 25.2 area. Now it's an area, remember that. So it can be a little bit lower or a little bit higher, but with good risk management, we can extract simple and easy profits that we can ride these just the same way. So we want to be looking for shorts at 25.2, even possibly right now, if this swing failure pattern happens in the next couple minutes, because we do still have a little bit of volume in the markets that we can possibly jump into another trade, right? This looks like it's a failure pattern. Came up, dumped, come back down, retracement. If I pull a fibs from here to here, we can probably see 786. Yep, 786. And let's go. Lunar Beaches Crypto in the chat. I'm already short. LFG. Look at him, ready to go. Shout out to you. I am long. I caught the bottom of that beautiful wick down. But I've already taken profits. Pretty happy with that, my friend. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, my friends, my Otter Gang friends, to go out and check out Lunar Beaches Crypto. Like the stream. Go check out his most recent video. Great information. Great guy. Solid information. Always given the ultimate information. Good friend of the channel. Much love to you, Lunar Beaches Crypto. Otter Gang appreciates you and all you do for this space. Shout out to you, my man. Thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. Don't forget to like and smash that like button. Will Smith that like button. I don't care what you do to that like button, but like that button. Getting excited here. Oh my God. Anyways, so thank you so much for joining us. Right now, it looks like we're getting into weekend volume failure to break above this 25.2. So I'll be looking for shorts, but I'll be very cautious about this 22,700 area because there's a point of control and a Fibonacci golden pocket. But as we all know, we have the levels below us too with CME gaps and such that we have to be careful about too if we do decide to break down. These are my levels. Obviously, the lows of previous, but I'd be watching this trend line that we were talking about earlier and watch as it gets lower. As it gets lower, so does this one here. So this one's kind of following the line of price action right now. So if this gets lower, this is my kind of trend line bounce. But look for these other ones. I can expect maybe we come all the way down and then we finally fill the CME gap later on in March or so. Darren does things. Message retracted. Uncle Otter channel is growing nicely. You get better internet yet. We were just talking about this, and honestly, I'm coming back to Canada with this internet here. We've ordered it. The Mrs. Otter has called. They said they were looking into it, and she's out on the balcony pointing north in the crane position for this whole stream. So shout out to Mrs. Otter, but we have not gotten the better internet yet. Bank holiday Monday in the U.S. Sunday, we gonna rip up. Darren does things. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Sorry, Fat. I mean, I'm a tradesman by job, and I mean, you watch me on my phone, and I hit like 4 buttons at the same time. I'm very, I'm not too good with the fat fingers. So yes, this is what we're looking at. We keep getting teased here. We keep getting teased at this 25, and to be fair, honestly, everybody's talking that we want to see 30K, right? We want to see 30K. And you know what? In my opinion, right now is not the time to see 30K. I see all this stuff. It's driving me a bit bonkers with Gary Gensler, and Altcoin Daily's put out a bunch of videos on this about how they're manipulating in their fight against crypto and regulation. And for me right now, it's a time to be in defense mode. It's also a time to be patient, and it's a time to use very cautious risk management, because without capital, we cannot deploy anything into these markets to extract some profits, right? So we just had a nice dip down, pop back up, and we're looking to test 25 again. But in my opinion, we're not going to be ready to push above this 25.2 area just yet. We're going to have to be patient. But as you can see on the momentum waves, we are getting some sort of rejection and continuation. My only concern right now is that money flow is in the green and it is holding us up instead of dumping us down. You see, I have these tiny hands. David has magic tiny hands, so he's all right. Hedge your bets. Be careful. Hedge your bets. That's the one, my man. That's the one. So everybody recently has been talking about Matic. Now, I wanted to get into Matic because I haven't personally looked at Matic recently, but we can see that Matic's just on a tear. Matic has been endorsed by, what is it? Meta, Coca-Cola, Adidas. There are so many people on Matic. I am a holder of Matic. I believe that this will do very well. I mean, Starbucks has NFTs that are selling for $2,000, but they're also on the Matic network. Now, I only know this because I watch Cryptos R Us every now and then, but we can see that this is just parabolic. It is relentless. It is not giving in. It has been shooting right up to, I mean, look at this. This is wild, right? We were trading this range that I have marked out here for quite some time, but if we turn on the VRVP, maybe we can get a better look here and we can see something that maybe not everybody else is seeing. But in my opinion, we have come up. We are looking. I have offloaded half the bag of Matic at 1.3. That Disney partnership, yeah, massive, right? Bought at the bottom. Yeah, I was accumulating down here as well. I was pretty happy about that. So, I mean, Matic at 50 cents I thought was a bargain. So, it's been doing really well. Obviously, we can see that it has been respected throughout. But what do we got here? Do we have any extreme volume? Price is up here. So we're kind of stuck in this new range. Let's pull the range here. See this volume profile. We'll pull that. We'll turn off the VRVP. And then we'll pull this across. I like to do this sometimes just so we can see maybe we're in a new range with Matic. And then we have a range here that we can look to trade, right? But right now we're pumping up. Look for it to work to the top of this range at 175. In my opinion, we can see that it has definitely been parabolic lately. So we gotta, I wonder what an Australian Canadian accent sounds like. Well, I moved from Canada all the way to the UK. So bloody hell, I developed, and then I lived in Scotland, and I lived in Edinburgh. And then I moved to Australia. G'day, mate. Fair income. So I don't even know what I speak anymore, to be fair. All I know is that it's some form of English. And you guys can understand me, I hope. So who knows what I just speak Commonwealth now. I think it's just Commonwealth, right? So shout out to all you guys. Let's be careful with Matic. I don't suggest shorting this as much as it looks tempting to short Matic to the basement. But I sound Canadian AF. You know what I mean? So I can put on that Southern American accent if you like. I like the New Orleans accent. That one's the best. You guys just combine words. It's just amazing. So Matic looks juicy enough for a short, but I wouldn't jump into it just yet. It does look like it's going to continue all the way up to the moon. What's up, Jonas, the Wick Whisperer? What's up, Otter Gang? Shout out, throw the otters in the chat. Don't forget to like and comment here. Subscribe if you haven't already. Much love to every single one of you. Ace says, Binance kept hanging. I'm sad, man. Well, don't be sad because we're out here extracting profits from this market. We are looking at Matic right now, and it is ripping. It is developing up into this new range that I've just marked out for us. Right now, with Matic, I will look for some sort of a retracement down. But if Bitcoin holds around 25K and it stays horizontal, Matic can continue upwards. So we need the redneck word of the day: mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, a lot of bullish news here. Mayonnaise, a lot of bullish news here. I'm so done. Are we gonna bust out the dad jokes soon? Are we gonna bust out I got dad jokes for days, right? Mrs. Otter, what's that dad joke about Dubai and the Flintstones? What's the difference between the people of Dubai and Abu Dhabi? The people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do. Didn't. How did I do? All right. Worst dad jokes of the day. David has a dad joke book. Oh man, this is great. You guys are hilarious. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get back into the TA. Let's look at the S&P 500, the beautiful index. Now, let's zoom out a bit, and it has failed to get above this kind of area here. I've seen a lot of people talk about this box here. Now, this box here seems to be kind of important, and I don't think if it fails to get above this box here, I can see it trickling down, which can be very bearish as well. We zoom out on the 3-day. We look at this trend line and this box, okay? And we can see that this trend line has been respected ever since beautiful December. So we got to be prepared and we got to be ready for this price action. What's in the box? Well, it's a magical level of support and resistance, David. And we're looking for this box to hold price down or hold price up. So we have multiple touches on this box, and people on Twitter, on the Twitterverse, don't forget to join us on Twitter. I am on Twitter. David's on Twitter. Lunar Beaches Crypto. So make sure to be, there's great information on Twitter if you're able to cycle through all the nonsense, right? Just like anything else, we're here looking at these charts. Look at S&P. If it fails to get above this box, which it seems like it has, right, that we could continue to the downward area. That's something I've been watching on the S&P. It seemed to move down and failed to get above. Now on the Dixie, let's go to the Dixie because we had a pump on the Dixie and now it's going to dump on the Dixie. So what's going on with the Dixie? And you can see that we had been testing this previous range to the left here from before. And guess what? We jumped into it. Everybody got scared because the dollar was at $1.104, which isn't that great in my opinion. That would bring Bitcoin down because the dollar was pumping, but we got a very, very firm rejection and has brought us back down to the lower part of this range. Will this box continue to stay around here? We'll see if it can flip this to support. So as it's worked its way up, you can see that it could flip this to support and hang out in this range, which means that it's not very bullish for Bitcoin either. So we got to be cautious and watching that as well. Typically for Bitcoin to be bullish, this should work its way back into this range or even fall further into this range, right? So we want to see the Dixie dump if we want Bitcoin to pumperelli. What do you call an ocean of dildos? A Dixie. Oh man, good thing I didn't select that. This is for kids. This is not financial advice. Neither is this an adult entertainment. This is just here merely to extract profits, give you guys some levels, help you guys become successful, profitable traders. So let's look at Bitcoin for the last time, and then I believe there's a hockey game on. So unless you guys want me to look at some more coins for you guys, I don't mind. Throw the coins up in the chat. I will go through them all. But I wanted to give my final thoughts on the Bitcoin and then possibly go out and enjoy my beautiful sunny day. Where does a plant-based company start? Where does a plant-based from the ground up? That's my guess. Oh. I love this community. Thanks so much for being here, every single one of you. At the at the beginning. Mrs. Otter, where does a plant-based company start? At the beginning. She says, "Oh my God." Shout out to the dads out there in the chat trying to make some more profits for their kids so that they can be stay-at-home dads and make dad jokes all day long. Shout out to the crypto community here. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Make sure you grab your coffees. Make sure you're prepared for trading this because we got the levels here. So take down these levels. I will be sharing this in the Discord. Join us in the Discord. Be careful out there and make sure that we're looking for some good setups. And now these setups that I've shared with you guys, let's go to the shorter term time frame. Now you can see that we're getting kind of exhausted here. You can also see that we are making a lower low, which means to me that we may continue downwards and test maybe this area down here, right? We might test this 22.7 area. I'm currently in a long from this wick down, which was beautifully sniped, if I don't say so myself. But right now, let's be patient. Let's be careful. 1 hour hidden bear div. Well, yes, sirree, indeedio. We can see that we got this beautiful hidden bear div, which can bring us down. I agree. I did not see that. Thank you so much, Jonas, for being here. Extra eyes. See ya, homie. Mad love and respect. Otter Gang for life. Shout out to you, David. Much love. So look for price to work its way down into these areas. We have 22.7 marked out for a bounce area. Let's move this alarm a little bit higher so that we can catch it prior to. Remember to use alarms out there. Remember to be practicing good risk management. Much love to every single one of you. I'm going to go enjoy my Saturday because it's Saturday in Australia. So thank you so much. God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you so much, Otter Gang. Thank you so much, community. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. And stay legendary. Peace out, my friends. Mrs. Otter, are we going to go surfing? I'll bring my snowboard.